Don is my friend, and I always support Don in all the decisions he makes. Generally, when we have a disagreement in the business, I always say, look I feel this way, you feel that way, but at the end of the day, I got into this business to help you. So if we're dead set opposite, you make the call. That's was my philosophy. That's probably one of the reasons why we have such a great partnership, because we never come to loggerheads. But one day, somebody called us, the licensor, and offered Don Triumph of the Will. And Don called me very excited. And of course, I realized this is an extremely important film, but it was just not that easy a decision for me, because my father is a Holocaust survivor, a family of over 200 people. He's the only survivor. And I said, Don, you and I are going to have a problem over this one. I said, I'm going to talk to my father about it and see how he feels. And what he says, I will respect. And if he says not to do it, I'm not going to do it. It could be, it could have been the end because of the subject matter. So I talked to my father, and my father said, look, it's a very important film. He says, it's how, he goes, I want you guys to do it. Go ahead and do it.
Well, I think Triumph of the Will is valuable on a whole lot of different levels. Firstly, just on the most basic, it provides a visual record of Hitler and the Nazi Party Congress, the very early stages of the Third Reich. Secondly, it also shows the ways in which in the Nazi Party, the organization and choreography of bodies is central not only to its aesthetics, but to its political and military ambitions. So you see staged large volumes of not just soldiers, but Nazi Party officials, of workers, unemployed groups, etc., all forming and showing submission and obedience to the leader, in this case, Hitler. The Nazis were always conscious, highly conscious of themselves as spectacle, and they staged many of their political rallies with the audience in mind. So the famous Nuremberg light rallies and the torchlit parades and the use of lights, all of this is on display in the film itself, at the same time as it has been choreographed by Riefenstahl for her cameras with the consent and the active cooperation of Hitler and Goebbels. It's not accidental, of course, that Goebbels was the Minister of Propaganda, and he saw that film was a very powerful medium to transmit, as the Russian revolutionaries themselves also believed. Lenin saw that film was a very significant art form and could help transmit the values of the revolution.
What we did was we found Dr. Anthony Santoro, who's a film historian, and he jumped at the chance to do the commentary.
Passing by his Leibstandarte, the bodyguard, and now he's pulling up to the Deutscher Hof Hotel. Sepp Dietrich, the commander of his bodyguard, getting out to run around and open the door for him. The bodyguard here with the cheering crowd, and Hitler leaving the car, making a momentary greeting to the crowd. Dr. Robert Lai is next to him, the head of the German Labor Front. Hitler is looking over the crowd and paying some attention to the people who've come to wait and see his arrival. There's Heinrich Himmler, and now a very close-up picture of his bodyguard, strong, masculine appearance, linked arms, the black uniforms of the SS, intended both to intimidate and to impress. Hitler now followed by Julius Streicher going into the hotel. Another scene of the bodyguard here. Again, heavy concentration on the male imagery of the stormtroopers and the SS.
Image Entertainment put out Birth of a Nation with no historical context, no commentary, no explanation. And these two knuckleheads put out Triumph of the Will with the most wonderful
balance.
Yeah. The juxtaposition of Leni Riefenstahl making gods out of these Nazis and Dr. Santoro bringing them back down to earth and showing what fiends they really were.
Right.
And boy, I mean, I'm proud of that. He's proud of it. It's really a crowning moment in our film careers, so to speak.
I came up by myself, but I have some friends that are on their way up right now. We got it. Which one's better? A lot of people.
This is gorier. This one's more erotic, but they both got plenty of gore.
Yeah, that one's like an Evil Dead kind of thing. You know, they're in a cabin in the woods, and the monster comes, and this one's more of a. There's a drug that these Yakuza guys are making, and when they inject you with it, it causes you to mutate, and you turn into like a creature.
I say let's go with that one.
Yeah, that one's very Evil Dead-ish.
They're perfectionists. You know, the quality of their product is just outstanding. And when it comes to being a filmmaker and just being a DVD lover and a film lover, you definitely want the best product you can get. And these guys actually take the time to clean up, to just bring that old film back to life, and it's a real treat.
It's the fans. You know, every city we go to, you have the same group of people that show up show after show. They can buy our stuff cheaper off the internet or wherever, Best Buy or whatever, but they save their money and they come to the show and they want to talk to us about our films, and they want to deal directly with us because they like the contact. And we like the contact too. I mean, it makes us feel like we're doing this for a purpose. We're bringing things to people that they wouldn't ordinarily have access to. It's very rewarding.
For an outro piece, that I can move towards the credits in a nice montage. I've got a scene from Night Train in my head. The what's it called? It's chapter 18.
I just showed it. Oh man! Wow, that one was a permanent one.
Well, I'm still filming.
Okay, we'll do it in the dark. We've
all
had a.
bad.
This is great.
This is our life.
Yeah, this is our life.
Welcome to it, Nick.
Caught on tape.
So for everybody listening
Hilarious.
out there,
Fade to black.
can you guys do me a favor and let the audience know what's just happened?
Oh man, we just
Yeah,
had
the
a-
credits are rolling.
we just had a power outage again, the third time today.
Yes.
This time it seems like the hotel is down for the count permanently. Jerry and I, on the way up to this interview, got stuck in the elevator in the first power outage, and we had to pry the doors open and jump out of the car of the elevator.
Then climb 6 flights of stairs in a urine-soaked fire escape.
to get up here, and now the lights are off again.
Good times.
Right when
Good
we were
people.
getting ready to turn, to finally finish this thing off, right at the very end, it's like